Welcome to another episode of On Foodable Weekly. Today we'll be talking about trends and legislation that is affecting the restaurant industry. Stay tuned right here. So as you guys know, we continue to go into the field to cover the industry. We got a chance to go to Phoenix, Arizona, and actually cover IFMA's Presidents Conference. Now, this conference is all about the food service manufacturers that populate our industry, and it's really kind of where they come together to kind of create not only initiatives, but also address some of the biggest challenges for our industry. We got a chance to sit down with two power players at this event, both Larry Oberkfell, who is the president of IFMA, and also Don Sweeney from the National Restaurant Association. We're going to kick it out to Phoenix and shed some light on what's happening in the restaurant industry today. We are here at the Presidents Conference in Phoenix, Arizona, and of course, the Master of Ceremonies here, Larry, with IFMA. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Thank you.
What would an operator find here at the conference?
Cutting edge research, original research.
Okay.
For this conference, we do a significant amount of original research.
So specifically for this
conference,
event. Wow.
On the trends that we see occurring. By the way, the operators tell us.
That's interesting.
They feed into our thinking for this conference. So we then will conduct the research and bring it just for here. So one of the things the operators look for is, can you tell me something new?
Right.
I can read that, what's in the newspapers or whatever, but give me some research that really addresses my issues.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do at Presidents Conference.
Absolutely. When you look at the manufacturers, how do you see them kind of moving forward in the next decade or two, addressing this new age consumer?
Today, we are heavily focused because the trends and what's going on with the consumer, the changes, not just demographics, that's the easy part, but why are they doing what they're doing, regardless of their age? And that leads to a whole different view and a creation of tools, metrics tools.
When you look at that new age consumer, where the market is going, do you see huge opportunity, or do you see, area for concern, or what's kind of the balance there?
We don't really so much look at it as by channel, food service or retail. We look at it as, how do we help our members get all the business, if they can, in their products, to that consumer wherever they go.
Right.
So it's really, to us, not really a channel question as much as it is a consumer behavior question.
Interesting.
And that is also new thinking. The more that we can work with the operators to together understand the consumer, the better chance we have of growing their business.
Right. Larry, thanks for stopping in today.
Thank you, Paul.
Great to see you. And of course, with me today, I've got Don Sweeney. Thanks so much for stopping in on the set today.
Love to be with you, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah. The National Restaurant Association is, of course, kind of the pinnacle of the industry in terms of how executives, operators, suppliers, all of the groups within the industry kind of learn and collaborate with each other and all those things. But when you look at the trends of the industry, what are you guys seeing kind of on the forefront?
In terms of the delivery aspect, we were thinking and reading and talking recently about the need to reinvent kind of the to-go sector of the industry.
Interesting,
So,
okay.
Years ago, we had the drive-through, then we had the 3 parking spaces
Right.
outside the restaurant where you can park if you're getting something to go. I think we have to reinvent that restaurant experience. We know that 50% of today's consumers are saying that they want restaurant quality food in their home. And most of us
That's
are not
huge.
capable of creating restaurant quality food in our homes.
I'm in the
unless
business, I have a challenge with
it
that.
involves a restaurant, right? Exactly. And so that's a huge opportunity for us. Millennials, it's closer to 80%.
Yeah.
And that's our emerging market, obviously. So if you kind of just step back and think about the continuum of food availability, with fine dining, high quality, on-premise consumption on the one hand, and preparing your own meal at home, perhaps on the other hand, there's a continuum in there. And there's lots of opportunity for us, particularly the food service industry, to take pieces along that continuum and build whole new businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thinking about in-home consumption of restaurant quality meals.
Yeah.
You have, as you say, the meal kit option. You have the opportunity for restaurants to provide kind of half-baked foods or near prepared foods. foods, but not fully prepared foods that are consumed in the home, but they're restaurant quality meals. There's huge business opportunities for us, I think, to really expand and accelerate growth in our sector.
What do you feel is the census to date of the operators in their opinions of where the industry is going in relationship to the governmental pressures that we're seeing coming into the industry?
Between the definition of a full-time employee to the joint employer to the minimum wage to the ACA, Affordable Health Care Act to a myriad of other challenges, this is really a hard time for us.
Have you ever seen it with this much activity?
People have been in the industry for 40, 50, 60 years, have never seen it. I mean, it's really hard. It's very challenging. And frankly, the best prognosticators, within our own industry actually don't see any relief in sight.
Interesting.
So what we're doing at the National Restaurant Association through our work with our board and especially our advocacy strategy committee of our board is really thinking about how to reframe the issues in today's environment.
I like that.
We are the solution to so many of the challenges that our country is facing.
Yep.
And so rather than making life really difficult for us and putting all these new regulations and challenges and costs on us, what about thinking about our industry as the solution
Interesting.
to so many of today's problems? And I do think you'll see us begin to shift in the way that we position our industry as opposed to kind of a defensive posture, which we've frankly been in for good reason in many cases for quite a while, to a lot more offensive and proactive.
I like that. Definitely always fun talking with you.
Likewise.
Thanks again for watching another episode of On Foodable Weekly. As you guys always know, we're looking for feedback from you. You can do, of course, on Twitter. You can also hit us up on Facebook. And, of course, hit me up on Twitter, just @Paul Barron. Thanks again for watching On Foodable Weekly.